So, for me, I want to, on behalf of our principal, appreciate you all. I also commend you for this very wonderful outing. My Assistant Secretary has said it all. We have decided to be with Muritala Yakubu Ajaka, not because of his name, not because of his beauty. He's supposed to be handsome, yes, but I will say beauty. Abi? But because of the person he is, the passion in him to take the state from where it is to where it ought to be. I don't really want to start talking about the state of affairs, but you and me know that what we have in the state now is misgovernance. Yes, sir. I want to share one experience with you. I was a commissioner for environment in this state when over 50-something years they have never seen such flood. That was the most challenging time. I was inaugurated in March, and by September I was invaded by flood. And worse still, I was in Ethiopia on the 19th of September 2012. His Excellency Wada called me and said, water is almost running us off Lokoja. I have some international seminars on environmental sustainability in the African Regional Office in Kenya, Nairobi. And it took us around to Malaysia, to Mombasa, to some other countries for purpose of this sustainability. I have to cut short that trip for us to come and address some of these issues. Some of us that were born within Lokoja Kotu, we have never seen that type of flooding. And the only man that told us such flooding was witnessed about 50-something years ago was at that Kabawa Sadona Junction. I think the man should be late now. He even took us to where they have a gauge. So what am I saying in essence? Lokoja, the aftermath of that flood and the presentation, just like you have presented today, we made our presentation to United Nations. Lokoja here was listed among the 10 cities to be developed by United Nations. But unfortunately, international conventions, everything, they have protocols. But as at the time, the UN Habitat were to do the implementation, we have left the government. And they had a great disappointment from the hands of these people. And international organizations, they don't have to force themselves on you. While they were out for development to bring about infrastructures that were affected by the flooding and so forth, our people here with their mental IQ were thinking that it is money they will flush. So they didn't enjoy the enabling environment, and that is why we were in this state of affairs in this state. So while we were in one of the conferences in Colombia, myself, former Deputy Governor Woody, and the former SSG, Professor Bemiro, when we presented that Kogi is poor, one young German brought statistics. He said Kogi is sitting on resources. Kogi is rich. That Kogi is even richer than any oil producing state you think of in Nigeria. That if you, among the 38 or 39 mineral deposits in Nigeria, Kogi had about 28 or 29. Not just have, in large quantities. So he said, Kogi is Nigeria. I remember that word. So each time there is an overview of what is transpiring or what is happening in the last 7 years, I felt I should deny this state called Kogi. One of my old man, late father, told me that if I go to any village in Nigeria and I don't see Igbo, I should not stay there.
With the coming of Muri, will you want to deny Kogi again?
No. And that is why we're in this project. I have opportunity of remaining in Abuja like any other person. We have our kinsmen brothers that are indigenous of Abuja. At least I can say I'm from Harvard. Yes. I can say I'm from Nasarawa State. But we owe responsibility to our people. And that is why we are joining this young man who we see vision in him to transform this state. Ogasa, Muri is synonymous with development. Muri is a welfareist. Muri is a humanist. And I'm very sure his team are also having the same characteristics. What do they say? They say bird of the same feather. So sir, I have gone through your literature, but most interestingly, what is at our hand now is to deliver Muri and Sasa. Are you getting me? With the number of voters, I want to say the state council, we seriously sit down and analyze and evaluate these propositions. If we don't deliver Muri Sam, I'm not a soothsayer, but I don't know whether there will be good. From what is on ground, this is the first time in the history of this state that we are too divided, sharply divided, and all these things fall short of best practices all over the world. Election is no war. Sir, I want to reassure you that Muri, Tala, Yakubu, Ajaka, and Sam will not run this government alone. They are very resourceful people. With what you have presented, you have. This is what I would say the cardinal manifesto of this movement. And I want to tell you emphatically that you are going to be part of this government. By the grace of God. Because we want to leave a legacy. We want to leave name. It's not about this, what we are seeing now. From 2016 to date, You are all in Kogi State. How many governors or ministers or presidents have visited Kogi?
Question to answer.
When we heard that they are raising the hand of Ododo, what we witnessed during this wasted 8 years is celebration of rascals called celebrities. Abi?
Yes.
To put this, I've been able to do this, you take them around, they see what you have done, where I also want to measure on. Why are we blacklisted when we have the geographical location advantage? Today, Kogi State is the most nearest state to the nation's capital. It doesn't take you 2 hours, you are already in your nation's capital. There are places in the world that it will take you 6-8 hours before you get to the nation's capital. So why are we in the center of the river and we are still thirsty? See water, but we cannot drink water. So sir, this movement, this crusade, is not about Muritala and Sam or me or it's for all. The Igbos are out of business.
Seriously.
I have so many friends of Igbo that can no longer sustain their shop. They are keke riders. Okada. That is invitation to insecurity. Is it high or indiscriminate taxation?
Yes.
The local economy has gone down. And you raise a fundamental issue of airport. I was a commissioner for transport for 2 years in this state, from 2013 to 2014 to 2016. I was even the chairman of a committee for construction of an airport in Kogi State at Zariagi, where we have the colonial drones there. They are still there. The landmass is there. You know Zariagi? If you are going to Zango, you pass through that one school like that, you go start at Osala. We brought the Chinese guys, they have their office opposite the stadium. They have agreed to bring in about how many $1 billion for as a concessionaire to build the airport and run it for 15 years or so. I have the MOU. Fortunately, we could not finish this task, and it was part of our handing over to this government. I was a member of the transition committee, but it is a system of whatever you want to do, bring the money. You understand? Yes, sir. Not come and put something in place. You know, I know you want to help us, but bring the money. It's not done over there. This is a government for good 8 years. We say military rule is dictatorship. Yes. You have a Nego quarters. Yes. Afakaria quarters. Ibro 500 has been used. Audu 200 has been used. Wada, where is Belos? You see that road from Ganaja to Meme? It was the consequence of the flooding. Why did they abandon it? Because they say they call it Wada Road. Simple. The Wada estate or quarters, we have the flooding, we have one along Krosha, we have one along Ganaja. They refuse to complete it because they call it Wada. Why don't you do your own? Ibro water, we cannot drink good water because they call it Ibro water.
Kogi Hotel.
Where is your
Kogi Hotels is in shambles. The Audu Conference Beach. Oh my God. If you go there, try and see. Oh, I went there. I run through that place. Honestly, I weep for this thing.
Yes.
Here, said they want to take our model, including FCT and Niger State. I was the commissioner. He was here. He was the site officer there.
I can testify to that. I have a picture there. I even brought it.
Up to today, the whole of Nigeria's capital nation, Abuja, doesn't have a park. What we have there, when Mimiko came, he said it is a mini port.
Yes, sir.
But these are things we handed over to them
Yes, sir.
with all the rationale for bringing about them. Everything was thrown up because they say if somebody else is initiating. I thought government is a continuum. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not about,
personal?
it's not a personal thing.
This is it.
Aha. You can all see.
I didn't even know I was going to meet you there. I have this picture.
In fact, we built that mega park with just 1.6 billion
Yes, sir.
only.
Yes, sir.
And some state governments, if I was even invited to Abuja, the Abuja Metropolitan Development Agency was saying, how did we manage to build this at that cost there? And do you know our revenue target for that mega park on daily basis will be 30 million naira. Based on our assessment.
Decently operated.
Decently operated. Thank you. In Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, if you see 100 professors, 65 of them are from Kogi. Why are we suffering this? Why? What is wrong? So, as faith-based people, I know we are very good Muslim and good Christians here. I want to beg all of us, if there is anywhere we have offended God, we should beg Him, beg Almighty God to forgive us, so that we can have a good lead of life. We can have a change in this present system, because this is beyond human comprehension. Look at Kogi Hotels. It was one of the world-class hotels where you have an international conference room there, maybe next to the one we have in Abuja. We can bring in a lot of attractions. People will come here and organize and hold sessions. Look at some of you, just take a stroll now to Confluence Beach.
There was supposed to be a beach on the complex.
Yes.
Linking that.
We had a proposal for a beach. We had a proposal for that frontage. We wanted to do what do they call it? This polo, golf, so that when foreigners come. So where are we?
Are you talking about the center table we have in
Oh my God! We were supposed to have a bridge across Ganaja to Shintaku, to open road to the east, and it was a concessional thing led by one Alhaji from Maduguri, one of these rich man from Maduguri. Is it Manga or so? He came here and spent 2 days, 46 billion naira, so that they would put toll gate there and leave. All these streets were handed over to this government. Nothing come out of it.
It's another mini terminal over at that
So, sir, the death of Abubakar, I know Abubakar Audu is a man of vision. May he still rest in peace. But we cannot challenge what God. But I believe Abubakar Audu is a father to Muritala, and a father who will expect his son to do better than he. Yes. I see Murtala coming to do more than what his fathers have put down there. He's a godsend. Let me tell you, the first day I visited Murtala in his office in Abuja, the comfort I saw, I was compelled in one of my discussions to corner him to say, Your Excellency, why are you coming to disturb yourself about food? You are very comfortable. He said, no, it's not about me, but about the people. Please, I want to reassure you, this is not politics, this is a family discussion. Because I'm talking with pain. I know many of my Igbo friends that have been thrown out of business. Is it not true? Because of the systems and the policies of government. If it's not God that is saving people, what this government did to Dangote is not enough to drive any investor from this state. Look at, we grew up to see this bank as a Barclays Bank, Union Bank. It's dead. You are charging them 200 million naira per month or year or so. What are they making? Do you have to go and see our local government council? I was a local government council in 9 to 2000. Have you? Mr. Alkali, yes. We were very formidable. We didn't have a Kene agenda, not even Igala, not even we were rotating our meetings.
Foreign of secretaries.
Foreign of secretaries. When you are in Central, you are at home. When you are in Igala, you are at home. When you are in Okuna, you are at home. And that spirit is still what is driving, connecting us. But today, I don't think like that. So sad. We are here to rescue and salvage. Why are they mesmerizing our traditional institutions? Why are they dragging our chiefs into dirty politics? To the extent they will gather our chiefs and say they want to make them as agents of APC in polling units. I have told the chiefs that I know I can always talk to them. SDP has the most sophisticated information technology in this election. Yes. If you are found in any of the polling units, if they capture you, you are going to face election offenses. And that will be the end of your chieftaincy. Sure. You are freedom. And your whatever. You grade chiefs without backup? Why are you turning chiefs into local government staff that they will get promotion and they will not be paid? So, sir, I'm saying this because it's not just indigenous alone. I understand they are making some Igbos as trader chiefs, some Basangers, some Igalas residing here, some Ibra residing here, Fulani, and so on and so on. These are scams. These are scams. No, that's please. So, SARS, did you watch the palliative of other states? Particularly Bruno, Yobe, and others?
Even our bag 10,000.
What?
Oh, yeah.
What have we got?